Okay, back up. Then read.
Don't worry about anything special. This is like that.
Okay.
Hey, welcome. We're live. So welcome back, guys. Sorry about that. We're live here from Grand Prix Oakland, here in beautiful Oakland, California. We're here bringing you day 2 coverage of the GP. Bringing you a round 11 feature match. On the left-hand side of your screen is Robert van Medevoort. On the right-hand side of your screen is Petr Brozek. So we should have some interesting games for you.
Again, we know Petr Brozek's on the Boros list that we were talking about.
Boros list we did a Good Decks live on. And Robert van Medevoort, player from the Netherlands. So
Should be what he's playing.
Should be a good match. He's a known professional. So looks like players are drawing their opening hands. We'll get a good look at what Robert's playing. I think he's playing a blue-black deck. I see fairies. So some other Spellstar Sprite, Cryptic Command, and he puts that one back in the deck. Goes for a mulligan.
Did the feed get fixed when he left?
The feed did get fixed when he left. Man. So it could all be Michael Jacobs' fault. But Rob's playing fairies. What do you think about this matchup?
Fairies? Looks like it's going to be a bye for the Boros guy.
Brozek guy also has the volcanic fallouts, or Petr has the volcanic fallouts.
And the sideboard,
Sideboard.
Yeah.
Still good against fairies.
Red has always been good against fairies, right? So no different here.
Yeah, like fairies actually kind of has a problem with just zoo in general, so I don't see how a faster zoo deck would be any better.
Sure.
Michael Jacobs, you're the interesting one. You're supposed to keep them interesting.
Oh, I was listening to you. I'm sorry.
And so did he? Oh, he's still going down to 6, shuffling up.
Looks
there.
like fairies are mulligan to 6. Oh, what's that?
We have little granola bars. We're also sponsored by Chewy Granola Bars.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
Thanks for Chewy Granola Bars. You make the day a little bit better. They're all low fat too, because sugar has no fat.
Yeah.
Health bars. We're actually having our power bars as we're having. Robert keeps this one.
So Boros is on the play, led with Arid Mesa, and he's in a turn cracking it. He didn't have a 1-drop.
Wait, see.
And the fairy player does have Spell Snare, so and the Boros. I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names. What is
Robert?
Petr Brozek's playing the
Brozek.
Robert and
Okay.
Petr.
So Brozek's first play is going to get Spell Snared. It's going to be Zektar Shrine.
Yep. Did you get a good look at these guys' hands?
Not really. I see Magma Jet. That's all I saw.
I see Mana Leak in Robert's hand. And a
Now he's
Spellstar Sprite.
He got Spellstar Sprite, so if he goes 2-drop, 1-drop, that's the Spellstar Sprite's going to nab it. Third fetch, another fetch land. Goblin Guide's going to get Spellstar Sprite, and now he might be able to. He's going to Magma Jet in response in the Spellstar Sprite to let this Goblin Guide resolve. So this is going to end up pretty good for him. He's going to be able to hit him for 2, and he's going to be able to scry to set up the next turn. I didn't see if he had another 2-drop in his hand. If he has another Zektar Shrine in his hand, it might be really good for him.
Why do you think Robert's playing the Scalding Tarns just for added milling value?
You need all 8 red fetch lands, yeah.
Is he? He's not playing red though, right?
Oh, you're talking about in the fairies deck?
Yeah.
It's probably just to play Watery Grave, yeah. It's got... I mean, basically, it's better to have 1 Watery Grave and 3 Scalding Tarns than 4 Watery Graves. Because the Scalding Tarn on average will give you way less damage than the 4 Watery Graves will.
Sure.
So that's why we'll be playing Scalding Tarn in that deck.
Surprised with Magma Jet. Peaks at a 2, 1 on top, 1 without him.
So like I was saying, Spellsetter Sprite tried to counter Goblin Guide, but it was responded to with Magma Jet. Goblin Guide reveals basic island, and so he draws a basic island.
Does look like he's drawn for the turn. I see a Vendilion Click, Mana Leak. In Rob's hand, he just passes the turn back with 3 mana open. Peter goes and draws another Magma Jet.
Yep. Now this is a very smart play. What a lot of people do is when people cast Vendilion Click, they snap burn it or kill it, and they don't give their opponent a chance to choose which player. So a lot of the times, what people do, like when they like the Vendilion Click, like Path to Exile it in response, you're like, Vendilion Click myself, because you didn't actually give them a chance to respond. You gotta fully let your opponent resolve all his abilities before you respond to them.
Martin Juza got in trouble with that earlier last year, where his opponent did that 3 times during a match. Just like played it, and he played Vendilion Click, and his opponent just flashed him his hand. And Martin Juza's like, no, I'm targeting myself. So the 3rd time he's like, okay, I've told you 2 times. This 3rd time, I'm just going to write down your hand and then target myself like I was going to.
Yeah.
And he got disqualified. But then they changed the rules, so you can do that now.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where the rules were wrong, but they had to rule on what the rules were at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Did he end up choosing something with Click?
He might have chosen Magma Jet. I didn't see.
I think so. Is that a...
Well, I don't see a Magma Jet in his hand.
I think there's a Lightning Helix now.
Yeah, I didn't see the Lightning Helix before. Kind of awkward that he gave him a strict upgrade.
Well, actually, I think Magma Jet's a little bit better than Helix because the life gain doesn't matter. And if you're killing a Vendilion Click, you'd rather get Scry 2 than to gain 3 life.
Fair enough. But I mean, 3 damage is still more than 2.
Yeah, but when you're killing a 3-1, it doesn't actually matter.
Didn't we see Peter having two jets in his hand? Why didn't he let him take the jet and then jet it?
He cast a jet on the Spellsetter Sprite the previous turn, and he
that's right.
He kept Magma Jet on top with one of the 2 cards. So Goblin Guide attacks and reveals, I think, River of Tears.
It was a Secluded Glen.
Oh, a Secluded Glen?
I think he drew the River of Tears this time.
He's got Cryptic Command and Mana Leak in hand.
I'm not gonna lie. This fairy player probably got the nut perfects against this matchup.
He's also got Engineer Explosives and Mistbind Click. Plays Engineer Explosives for 1, hoping to neutralize the Goblin Guide. Passes the turn back. I didn't get a chance to see what Peter
Ghost
drew
Quarter,
there.
I think.
Ghost Quarter, that'd be
So his hand is Ghost Quarter Helix, and he's got Zector Shrine and Goblin Guide in play.
that'd be very good.
It's not really that good because his opponent has Cryptic Command in his hand, so this is nothing's going to end well, actually.
But doesn't he like?
No, what's going to happen is he's going to make the Zector Shrine Expedition, and then he's going to Cryptic Command, tap your team, draw a card, and it's not going to get much better than that.
Sure. If Peter ends up running into it, I think that's not his best play, but he's not doing well right here. Like,
yeah, it's looking.
He's gonna have to either just attack him with Goblin Guide, get it Engineer Explosives, and then Robert's gonna play Fairy and play Mistbind Click, and then win shortly thereafter. Because Robert's still at 13 life, still at a reasonable life total.
Yeah.
Yep. Declare attacks. Wait, I'm gonna Cryptic you.
Any Cryptic Commands draw and task the team and draws a card.
So the Zector Shrine token hits the bin.
Draws Smother for the turn, so his hand is, I mean, he's still not going for any places. He can't even cast Mistmind Click, right? Because he has no fairies
he's
to
got
champion.
no fairies right now. But
So he's got Mistmind Click, Smother, and lands, and he's got an Engineer Explosives on 1. So he still needs to rip out of this, but it's